And then I don't understand why people can't get the words right. Like people talking about pandemic, it's pandemic. People are sitting up here talking about the coronavirus. It's corona. And then people are like Ovid or COVID-9. It's COVID-19. I mean, and people talking about the disease. It's a virus. So we need to get together with the terminology. Like we all in this together, so let's all pronounce things the right way, okay? The challenges are so stupid. Like the challenges are getting out of control, like the pillow challenge. Like for real? This is my pillow, guys. A plant challenge. How many plants can you get in one day? The plant challenge. How long can I hold this plant up? The tag challenge. How many tags can I put in my couch? How many Amazon packages can I order in one day? Hey guys, thanks for tuning in for another Hawkins Corner. It has been a really long time, mind you. Life gets in the way, busy, not really having time, but since this quarantine, it seems like everybody has a whole bunch of time to just reflect. So quarantining has been, I actually like quarantining because I really don't do a lot in my everyday, but like working out in church. And then on the weekends, I really don't like to do a lot because I got to repeat the cycle, work out in church. So Saturdays are kind of like a relaxed day. So the quarantine has not been that much of a big difference, but some of the biggest differences with the quarantine, I can't go to the store when I want to go to the store. If I want to go to the store and buy some clothes, for what? Because where I'm going, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't go nowhere. I'm just gonna dress up for the house like I'm doing today. It is very hard to put on a full face. Mind you, I put on a full face today because I'm gonna use this face 3 times. I'm gonna do 3 videos. So I don't know, I just want to get out and go to the store and buy an outfit and wear it for people to see the outfit. That's kind of like what I miss. I'm really enjoying e-learning at home with the teaching because it seems like less work now that I've got the swing of things. Because at first it was like, Lord, I'm not gonna make it through. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack and die because I'm getting calls, well not calls, like text messages through Canvas all through the night. What the heck? Why are you texting me at 2:54 in the morning? Why? I know you up, but am I up is the question at hand. No, I mean I know my sleep cycle is off, but it's not that off. I'm just up at 2:54 like, oop, here come a student, let me, no. So, I mean, when we first started, it was kind of rough, but now that we've gotten into the swing of things, I actually kind of enjoy it because of the fact that I'm able to teach, and then all the riff-raff other stuff, I don't really have to deal with this much, but I do miss the interaction with kids. If you hear any teacher talking about they don't miss being at work at all, they may not want to do teaching. That may not really be their passion, and you might not want them teaching your kids. You know, other than that, I mean, life is normal. When this quarantine first started, I was a nervous wreck because all I was doing was like watching the news. And when you watch the news, all you see is death. You're gonna die, run. There's nowhere to run. Wear a mask. Well, the mask won't work. We running out of masks. Anybody got a mask? China ain't giving us masks. You out there, we started the disease. We ain't giving y'all no mask. Trump, lies. Trump, you're lying. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. The sky is red. It's clearly blue. What is going on? I don't know. So when I first heard of everything, I was just so devastated because when you watch the news, I don't know what the news is reporting anymore. We don't know if the news is reporting credible stuff, inaccurate stuff. You don't know. And so all they were showing at the very beginning were deaths. And when we first started, I'm in Houston, Texas. So Texas has not been really impacted like other states, like New York, God bless you, Detroit, Michigan, God bless you. And a lot of states have like experienced like, I mean, you know, massive amounts of deaths. So I'm very thankful to God that we didn't experience that. But it's still a scary time. And even as a Christian, you know, a lot of people like, I'm covered under the blood. Hallelujah. Thank you. We are covered under the blood. I do agree with that. And when I first started, I was like one of those super saint Christians, like, I'm still going to church. Do you love God? What's wrong with you? When it started getting worse, I was like, ooh, I see Jesus. I see. And then it just started getting scary. And then at one point, we were getting so many notifications of every day somebody dying because I have the CNN Plus local news app on my phone. So eventually I was like, well, God, is anybody living with the disease? Because it seemed like, well, virus, it seemed as though it was a fatal disease like the plague of Pharaoh's time, and everybody was just gonna die. And I was like, I know it's bad, but now I'm getting freaked out because I'm like, are we gonna survive this? And so when I started looking up things on my own, I noticed that there were people on Facebook or different things that did survive the virus, and they weren't reporting those things, those signs of hope. So I just needed some type of hope in order to kind of settle in, along with meditating, prayer, and all of those different types of things. I mean, so one thing that I did was I stopped watching the news altogether. It was just like you're just watching death 24/7. And I don't, that's like you going to a funeral for 24/7 watching people mourn somebody's death forever. And they just, I can't do that every day of my life. So I just would basically look at my updates on my CNN app when they pop up and read the headline. If it was something about deaths, I wouldn't even push it to read anymore. If it was something positive or something informative, like, hey, they're doing a stay-at-home order for the local news, then I would read it and things like that. So one thing that really helped me was when I stopped looking at the news, watching the news on TV and reading so much, but only reading the pertinent information about like the updates. Another thing that kind of helped me, that did help me immensely, was prayer. I noticed one benefit of me being quarantined is that I really got closer to God. And if you like wanted to do anything like during this time period, but you never had the time to do it, this is your inspiration to do it. Like if you wanted to start a YouTube page, you wanted to apply for another job, you wanted to, I mean, you can't get out, but things that were once dreams, or you were like, man, I'm so bombarded with life, I can't do it. Now is the time to do it. Now, because you're home 24/7 all the time, I mean, it's a good time to get to know your family members, get closer, although they may be getting on your nerves. But whatever you thought about doing before, now is the time to do it, seeing that you have all the time in the world. That was one good thing. So I started to pray more. I started to do more quiet time, started to seek God more, and everything was clearer. And now it's starting to be a normalcy that I pray that I can keep up once life starts back. Because for teachers, we're out in Texas until, I mean everywhere probably, we're out until next year. So it's like we are on, we're working now, but then when May hits, we're just basically going to move on from there. And then just clarity of life, like knowing that there are bigger things that matter than me having a social gathering of 10 people or more. And I don't understand why people are like having these stupid kickbacks. Like, you really can't wait until after this pandemic is over to kick back, to smoke your weed, to go to the strip club, to, I don't know what you're doing. But I mean, it's not worth you risking your life. All in all, you still have life, which is what really matters in the whole thing. Like, you're still alive. Even if you have the illness, if you're still alive, you're still kicking. Even if they're on the ventilator, you still have life that someone else may not have experienced. So you're really blessed. So another positive thing was I basically started getting to do what I wanted to do. I didn't film for a long time because of work and just different things. And now that I have a sense of, like, life has slowed down immensely. The world has come to a standstill. And because of that, you can't, I don't care what nobody say, you can't do hardly anything. So even if you want life to speed up, it's not going to speed up because you're not in control. So hello. I mean, of course, the downside is the like stores close at 8. You know, I know for Houston, they're about to create this mandate that we now have to wear masks. And I don't know about you, but when I wear the mask, and I'm talking about the surgical mask, it just is, it's a lot. Like, it feels like Satan himself is breathing up my nostrils. Like when I used to get facials at the esthetician and they would have the steamer, I would feel like I'm about to die. I'm paying you to kill me is what I felt was going on. So with the mask thing, I don't know how this is gonna work. So we're gonna have to wear masks for the next 30 days, which is not a big deal. I mean, I'm alive. So, and I'm just grateful for life. And grateful that I'm able to be here. And it's weird to say grateful to experience this time, but this will be a time in history that we will talk about globally. Like, this is what brings us together, the commonalities that bring us together. When we look at it, we're all experiencing the same thing no matter where we are. And that's what brings us together. I guess this was just like an encouragement in how I'm doing with the pandemic and things like that. So I'm really blessed to just be back and just talking. And like I said before, the things that have basically got me through especially are prayer and meditation, and then just, you know, getting in the word and just understanding that God has me. He has all of us, regardless of what we go through. If you've lost a loved one, I'm so sorry for your loss. If you are suffering from the virus, all you need to know from this video is that you can get through it. So guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And also just let me know how you're doing in the comments. I'll see you guys later on Hawkins Corner. Thanks so much for tuning in.